Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It has been 2 months since I have seen you guys. I am so sorry. I have been slacking with my uploads. I have just been too busy and editing takes forever. I'm not complaining, I love it, but yeah. Anyhow, today I will be sharing with you my houseplant collection. I will be doing a complete houseplant tour. I am not entirely sure how much I have, but I know I have quite a lot. But yeah, the last plant tour I did was when I started the channel, I think 2 years ago, and I have not since updated that. I know some of the plants I had back then are not in my possession anymore, but I also have quite a lot of new plants I have added into my collection. Anyhow, since we have a lot to go through, let's start right into it. So guys, I'm gonna show you first the overview of my planty space. So here are some shelvings with grow lights. I have that plant wall there. I have some plants on this window here. I also have some plants by the entryway, and also I have some plants here on these cabinets from IKEA that I turned into greenhouse. So I guess we're gonna start over here. Pardon me if I'm just gonna swish through this because there's a lot. So yeah, first here is my Alocasia Bambino, the pink variegated. I have here my Spiritus Sancti baby. Then I have the variegated Philodendron Silver Sword. This is sort of a new acquisition. Very pretty. I have here my variegated Melanochrysum. It is giving me a new leaf, which I am excited because the last one it gave me wasn't variegated at all. It just have this little speck on the end, but that's fine. I have a Syngonium here. Here is my beautiful caramel marble that is getting huge. It was super tiny when I got this plant, so those are the smaller leaves when I first got it compared to this one here. It is getting huge for sure. And then I have here my variegated Monstera Peru. This seemed to be growing very well this summer. It is giving me a new leaf down there. And there's also a freeloading plant here. This is a fern that I don't know where it came from. It just came out of nowhere, so I'm just leaving it be. And also I have a cutting here of Monstera Peru. And then I have here my Scindapsus Moonlight Albo, not sure. Yeah, Scindapsus Strawberry Moonlight Albo. I have here a variegated Alocasia Longilova. I grew this from corm. So yeah, I have a Dragon Scale Mint Alocasia. The new leaf is not variegated. I don't know what I should do with that, but that's fine. Here I have my Hoya undulata. This one is not doing anything for me. I got this as a 2-leaf cutting, like that one, and it has never done anything for me, and it's been with me for quite a while now. And this here is my variegated Philodendron Bilietiae. It is so pretty. I have come a long way with this one. I got this as a 2-leaf cutting and then it died on me. Well, I mean, it lost all its leaf. And then these 3 leaves has grown in my care, so I am pretty proud of myself for that. And then here on the back I have a, what are you? It's Scindapsus that is not looking very well, but it has some growth points here. This is a Trubei Moonlight Marble. So I tried to get Scindapsus variegated, but not the similar looks. So I have there a White Monster Scindapsus. This is a fast-growing Scindapsus. And on the back I have a Scindapsus longistipitatus. This one has elongated and sort of patterned leaf, which is, I find to be unique. And then this one here is a Robican, a Scindapsus Robican. I'm using a pen to stake it because I find that the leaves were getting tiny as it grows, so I gave it a stake. And yeah, it seemed to be doing its job. I know it's not ideal, but that's all I have for now. So here I have a Alocasia Jacqueline. For some reason, this Jacqueline I can only grow in this cabinet with high humidity. I have a Halo Mycans. I think she is happy here. I have a Hoya Carrii variegated down there. And that on the back is my Hoya globulosa. It is growing very nicely, and it goes all the way to the top there. If you can see the dark green leaves on the back, that's the Hoya globulosa. I put it there on purpose so it could climb all the way up to the top shelf, so I don't have to move it. And then I have a cutting of a white princess philodendron that I didn't know that will grow back. And then on the back here I have the Silver Dollar Hoya, which is climbing also into the wall of the cabinet, and I am just leaving it be. It also goes all the way to the next shelf here. So if you can see this vine here, that is the Silver Dollar, and it also goes all the way to the top here, like this one. I think at some point I really have to give them like a proper trellis, but yeah, the roots are going crazy on that plant. So yeah, and this one here is my Begonia ferox. I only have 2 begonias in my care, if I'm not mistaken. 2 or 3, I think I have 3. So that's the Begonia ferox. Look how cool that leaf is. It is pointy. And then here is a Hoya lacunosa Splush. This is a pain in the butt to grow. Like, for some reason I couldn't grow this out in my normal home temperature, so I stick it here and see maybe it will do better, and it seemed to do it better because it is growing new leaves and it is rooting very well. And this one here, oh, it's rooting into the cabinet as well. Look at that crazy roots. What are you? Scindapsus Halimoon. So yeah, these are some sort of my rare uncommon Scindapsus. I mean, they're not super rare, but it's just something that you don't usually find in, you know, grocery stores. And yeah, so okay, next cabinet is also packed. All right, on the top here I have my beautiful philodendron atabapuens. This one is growing happily here in this cabinet. That has a lot of aerial roots. I should probably repot this plant, but I just don't know where to put them once I repot it, because it means it will have to upsize, or the pot has to be upsized. But So pretty, this plant. Here I have my Hoya mirabilis splash, and then I have here a pink princess aurea. This is an alocasia. Okay, hold on. It has the yellow variegation. I just repotted it recently, and look at the roots. It is for sure happy. Oh, what is that? A leaf or something just grew in there, and I don't know if you could see it. It's glary. Anyhow, I have here my variegated silver dragon. This is being a pain as well for me lately. I have lost 3 leaves, I guess, on this plant. I think I have overwatered it at some point, and so I repotted it into this clear plastic with just moss, perlite, and cocoa husk. It is super root bound, and I guess I really have to repot it too. But yeah, it is doing very well now. It is flowering, unfortunately, which I think I will just leave it be. And at the same time, it is giving me a new leaf down there, so I hope it is variegated, because the last one that it gave me is this sort of, I don't know, it is not as variegated as I would like it to be. Like, there are some parts where it is at least, you know, not just full silver looking, but yeah, that's that one. On the back here, I have a Syndapsus dark satin aurea. This has come a long way as well. I got this as a cutting. It is in a pole that I made myself, and she is looking very beautiful. This is the biggest leaf it has, and I think there is now 2 growth points on this plant. If you can see there, it is split into 2. So there's one here, and then there's other one here. So yeah, this is growing very nicely. Okay, while we're here, I'm going to show you this one too. This is my crazy Pearls and Jade pothos that for some reason I can't grow outside also in my normal home humidity. So I have it here, and it is just growing like crazy. It actually comes from this little pot here, and it just grows all the way to the top there, and I just leave it be. It can figure itself out. I'm not too worried. This one here is an Anthurium. What is this? Anthurium doriaci cross with Hoffmanii. This is here because it seemed to need a lot of humidity. I have an Anthurium cabinet upstairs, but this one I don't think will do fine there, so that's why. And then this one here is just a random alocasia with some yellowing leaf that I don't even know which one is it. So there. And then I have here my Hoya compacta variegated. So pretty. Very slow growing, I would say. I have had this for quite a while now. I did chop it quite a few times already to sell. And yeah, this is a very pretty new growth. I think this is the only growth point that it gave me, but yeah, I should say it is happy in my care. It has some roots there, and yeah, some over there as well. It's hard to see with the glare, but yes, this is a very happy plant, slow growing but pretty with the pink edges. I think it is getting the proper light that it needs. So yeah, and then here is a cutting of my Hoya crassipetulata, and then here is a Monstera adansonii Indo mint that is going crazy as well. It is I think attached to the wall as well somewhere. I am not sure, but the leaves of this plant are getting bigger, and actually I have a problem now because I don't know where to put it that it will have enough space to grow. As you can see, it is squished on the back there. So the poor thing, I'm not sure it is getting the proper nutrient. It is also in a very tiny pot. So yeah, a very beautiful plant, but yeah, I have to figure out a way to keep that plant happy. At least there are some browning leaves on the bottom there. And then here is a Hoya Kudata Silver. At least that's what it was sold to me as, but I have a Hoya Kudata and this one looks similar, so I'm not sure, but I'll show you the other Hoya Kudata in a sec. And then here is my very needy Monstera Adansonii tricolor. Very pretty plant, but it needs 100% humidity, and excuse the fungus knot if you see. But yeah, this is my Adansonii tricolor. Very pretty plant, but boy, it needs a lot of humidity. That's why it's already in a cabinet and it still has this cup over it, because it just won't do anything without this. So yeah, that is that one. And here is my Alocasia scalprum that is also doing very well here. Most of my plants are in a tiny container, especially the plants here in my cabinet, because I feel like I need the space to optimize the space. I need the smaller pots. But yeah, this seems to be okay. It needs water for sure. It looks droopy, but look at the roots, guys. It's so crazy. And it has babies too. Oh, there's a tiny corm there, and then there's another one here that sprouted. So cute, so cute. I need to water those plants, but okay. On the bottom shelf here, I have this cutting of Hoya acuta variegated. I have a Hoya kerrii outer variegated, a Hoya lacunosa Louisa silver. This is a very fast growing silvery plant, beautiful. And then I have here my variegated Rhaphidophora tetrasperma that I chopped, and that is the new growth point already. This plant is driving me nuts. It would give me variegated, not variegated leaf, like alternate, and it is annoying. So I don't know what to do with this plant. So I am at a point where I just don't want to deal with it anymore. I don't know, maybe I'll sell it at some point, we'll see. But this here is an Anthurium silver bush crossed with Veraquianum. Very slow growing. I have had this plant for quite a while now, and it has just grown this much in my care. I think almost a year now. But yeah, and then this here is my Philodendron cream splash. I'm not sure if it is really a cream splash. Maybe it's just a regular Brazil, but I find it beautiful anyhow. And I have here a Hoya, what are you? This is a Hoya Graffiti splash. I don't know, it looks like a pubic calyx to me, but it was sold to me as that. So, and then I have here the Monstera leclerriana. Just ignore that yellow sticky drop. Monstera leclerriana is also outgrowing this cabinet, so one more thing to figure out. But yeah, this is my two cabinets side by side. Okay, so the last two cabinets are mostly cuttings and some rehabs. So yeah, let's just go through with it very quickly. First, on the top here, I have a Hoya, what are you, AH021 something. This is a very beautiful Hoya, but right now it is just a cutting. I have a Hoya Bella inner variegated over there. So yeah, a Hoya Chinghongenses. The rest are just repeats of what I am going to show you in a sec. This here is my Hoya ovobara inner variegated with new leaves there. This is my Hoya rotundifolia. Is it? I think so. It is very pretty. It has this chunky elongated leaves that is rectangular in shape, very pretty. Hoya polyneura brugae. I have a Hoya lacunosa amarillo. This is just two cuttings that I'm rooting. Here is my struggling Hoya bella albo marginata. I don't know what happened to it, but yeah. Hoya Matilde. This one is a very fast growing plant. And then here is my Hoya Matilde splash. I have chopped this plant. Those are the cuttings. I chopped this plant because it was growing green leaves only. So I chopped it in hopes that it will encourage more variegated leaves. So we'll see. And on the back there is also just a regular lacunosa splash. On the next shelf, I have my Hoya polyneura albo marginata. I have here a cutting of a Hoya. You know what? I'm not going to show you that one because I have another plant upstairs. On the back there, I have a philodendron. What is this? Philodendron patriciae cross with esmeraldense. This one has elongated leaves. That is a leaf that has been stuck for a while now, and I just don't feel like helping it, so I guess we will see. I have here a Hoya memoria gracilis, and then this one here, this big leaf here, is actually my Hoya CV Marvel, which is on the bottom shelf actually, and the same story with my other plants. It is just growing from the bottom here. You see that veiny thick leaves, huge leaves there, like this one here. That is the same plant as this one. So that's the Hoya CV Marvel. So far it's growing nicely for me, just I don't know. And then here is my variegated Syngonium chia pens that I chopped because it was reverting. So we'll see what it does. I have my Hoya, what is this one? Hoya insularis, this spindly looking plant. Here is my Hoya gununggading. It is finally growing and it has given me this new leaf here, super pretty. And then I think that is it for that. The rest are just cuttings. Here I have a Anthurium no ID, but it has a pretty round leaf, dark green. And that is that. So this is my other Hoya caudata that I was talking about earlier. So it's almost looking the same as the one I showed you earlier, but this one was sold to me as Hoya caudata Sumatra, and it almost has the same shape and print and texture on that other one. So I don't know what the difference is. I guess I'll just have to wait for that one to give me more leaves, and maybe it will show its characteristics properly. Anyhow, this here is a Hoya Coroniana black with some yellowing leaves. I actually am thinking that and lacunosa doesn't do very well, so I'm thinking of getting rid of some of my Hoya lacunosa. It's something that I have difficulty growing, so yeah, it's not worth to stress about. This is my Hoya increstata albo marginata, super pretty. It's giving me new leaf and a new growth point here. This is a newer leaf, so happy about that one. That is a Syngonium albo. And then this is my Hoya parasitica that got mad at me because I repotted it, and yeah, just throwing a tantrum. And then here is my Philodendron Florida Ghost that I chopped. So this is the top cutting, and I am rooting it in a perlite, moss, and what is it? Cocoa husk. So we'll see how it does. And yeah, that's that cabinet. And then the last cabinet here. As I said, we'll just go through the plants quickly. This one here is a, okay, what are you? You know what, this is actually an Anthurium no ID, but it looks like it has, or it is a hybrid of a papillilaminum because of its velvety leaves. And maybe papillilaminum magnificum, I'm not sure, but it is a healthy growing. So that's that one. This one here is a forgetii. This one is so pretty, and it gets dark. This here is my philodendron gigas. This one is just doing its thing. Let me show you the leaf, how dark and elongated that is. This lighting is horrible, I'm so sorry. But yeah, that is the gigas. This is just a propagation of my Epipermnum giganteum variegated, which is this one here. I just recently repotted this and I took out that baby. This is a very pretty plant, and this one took the repotting very nicely. It is giving me this new leaf here, and yeah, I think it has a new shoots coming out and the root look healthy as well. So yeah, I am happy to see that, because sometimes once you repot a plant, it doesn't react, or you know, it does something weird. Okay, this one here. Okay, this is my Anthurium warraquianum that is giving me a grief lately. It had lost most of its leaves. I think I had 5 leaves on this plant, and it was just all yellowing, so I chopped it and repotted it, and it is somehow trying to give me a new leaf here. So I guess we will see. It has some healthy roots here, like this greenish part are roots. Oh yeah, that is healthy for sure. So I guess we will see. I just don't know what the problem is with this plant, because it is in a high humidity cabinet already, so I don't know what else it wants from me. And then here is my Monstera Burl Marks Flame that I also had repotted recently into this bigger pot. Ooh, perfect. It has some healthy root. So yeah, it oh my goodness, look at that roots. It is super chunky, and I'm glad I repotted it, because it was in a too small plastic cup, and I feel like it needs more space to grow. So yeah, that is that. And then the last plant on that shelf is this here. This is my Monstera Mint, and for some reason this plant is not just doing it for me. I mean, I have had the plant for a very long time now, I think, and I feel like instead of growing more leaves, it is just constantly losing leaves. So I don't know what it wants. It is fully rooted, very healthy roots, and I also can see another root over there. So yeah, I don't know. I treated it for pest, and I think I've put it too close to the grow light, so it is burning. I don't know, but yeah, that is my Monstera Mint. I think I at some point will consider just putting it outside in the regular home humidity and temperature. Maybe it will do better, I guess. We'll see. But yeah, for now I really don't know what it wants. So yeah. Alright, the next shelf here, I have some anthuriums as well. This is a Anthurium doriaci cross with luxuriance. This one is a very pretty plant. It has a very textured dark green leaves, but for some reason this grows super slowly. But since repotting, I am seeing a new leaf coming out in there, which I am happy. Also has some healthy roots, a very good sign that it likes being repotted. I have here this one here. This is, I think, a Magnificum silver. I'm not sure, but it is not looking very good to me. It has some roots that are healthy at least, so I guess we will see. This here is my Alocasia mellow. This is a very pretty plant, however it started declining in my care, which I don't understand. This is my mother plant and I have gotten so much babies on this, so I would feel very, very sad if I lose this plant. So I'm trying my best, and yeah, I don't see any root. Okay, yeah, there is some in there, so I guess only time will tell, and I don't know. Oh, sorry. So this one here is my watermelon peperomia, or Dischidia, I think. Very pretty. That is my Hoya macrophylla pot of gold, a Hoya Wilbur Graves that I just attached with a tape into the wall of the cabinet. This here is my Hoya Hushkiliana variegated, a Hoya soligamiana, also trying to attach to the wall. And then this one here is my Anthurium Ace of Spades, I believe. No, King of Spades. Oh, this plant, I don't know, it is just giving me lots of grief as well, so ignore that. This one here is my Hoya Achi SP Red Tendon. It is a very pretty plant with the very prominent tendon there. It is not growing yet, but I think this is a growth point that I am hoping would activate very soon. It also has this, I don't know, those little plants on the pot that I'm just leaving it be. This one here is my Anthurium Ace of Spades, also another one that is not doing very well in my care. That is gross. Yeah, I don't see roots. But yeah, that's that one. This one here is my Hoya Nova Ghost, growing pretty well. This is my Hoya Finlaysonii Chicken Farm and a Hoya Rebecca. And then that is my Philodendron Hyderaceum variegated. I just chopped it. It used to be too tall. And then my Hoya New Guinea Ghost, finally growing and giving me beautiful new leaves. And then my Hoya Sigillatus cuttings, Hoya Serpens, and my Hoya Clemenciarum. I just chopped this plant recently, and I am rooting the cutting. So yeah, these are my cabinets, my 4 cabinets. Okay, so on my plant wall here, I have some of my biggest plants, because I feel like it's better for them to be out of the way so we are not knocking them off. First one is my Anthurium indoportale. This one is getting huge. Look at that leaf. It is so pretty. Beside it is my Philodendron torum going crazy and is going to give me a new leaf there. I have my Philodendron biliaceae also going crazy. I think they are enjoying that grow light. And then it is also giving me a new leaf here. This is my Alocasia, no, that's Aglaonema bamboo. This has been with me for 3 years now, and so far it's doing okay. Not the greatest, but okay. This is my Hoya Parasitica black margin, growing huge and bushy. I think it enjoys the grow light as well. On the other side here, I have this, what are you? This one is a pothos, okay, I am losing the name. What is the name of this plant? This is not a global green. This is a pothos lemon top. So it has this lemony color when given the proper condition and lighting, but in my care, I don't know, it seemed to be, but I think the leaves will be lemony once they come out, and then they will turn into somewhat dark color. But that's that one. This is my Epipremnum giganteum silver, also growing huge. This is my Monstera that is looking crazy. When I put this plant on this shelf or on this wall here, all the leaves are spread out, but since putting it here, it all folds up into the light, and I think I like it better because it seems compact now, although it has some huge leaves. It is huge. It only has 4 leaves right now, so yeah, I am happy with that plant. My peace lily this is my ponytail palm that my husband gave me on my birthday. And yeah, these are all the plants here in my cabinet, no, in my plant wall. So yeah, by the window here, I am just gonna give you a quick tour of this plant because it's so backlit. I have a peperomia hope here with some diatomaceous earth on the top, so just ignore that. I have my string of hearts. I have the variegated and then just the regular one. It is finally doing well in my care, and it is trailing. And then here is my Hoya Bertinae variegated that is also starting to trail. It has a few vines in there. And then here is my Syndapsus exotica. I am thinking of moving this plant. I don't think this needs a lot of bright light because this plant is curling, like some of the leaves are curling, and it is not lacking water because I just watered it. And here is my burrow's tail. This is so pretty. It is getting full on the top as well, and it has a lot of vines. So pretty. And this one here is my Hoya pubicalyx that is also growing super long here, and it's in I think 8 inches basket. So yeah, it is super full. It has a lot of vines there. And then on the bottom here, on the ledge, I have this. This is a cutting of my Philodendron Florida Beauty, and then Hoya Sunrise, and then my Spider-Man plant, or Monstera. What are you? I can't think of the name right now, but yeah. And then these are just some propagations. And then I have on the other side here my Hoya, no, not Hoya. This is a Ripsalis polycarpa that is going crazy as well. It is sun stressing and it has a lot of vines. And I look forward to the day that it will trail, that it would be longer and it would look like a head full of hair. So yeah, that is a Ripsalis, and that's all the plants I have in our window. All right, on these shelves here I have so much. So let's start with this one here, my Monstera adansonii. I find that this plant doesn't need or doesn't enjoy a lot of light, so I pushed it to the end. I have here my Monstera aurea that is dormant. I have not had a new leaf on this plant for quite a long time. This is my Monstera Thai. This one is very happy for sure. It is giving me No grief at all. It gave me this new leaf here, which is getting huge, and it is very pretty. I love the variegation. This one here is a Monstera albo that, although it is fully white, I find it very pretty. It does have a little bit of green on some leaves, so I think she will be fine. So that is that. Monstera albo, another one. This is like my OG plant. I have had this Monstera albo for quite a long time. This is the newest leaf here. So pretty. I mean, the leaves are not that, fully variegated, but it never failed to give me variegated leaves. This here is my Philodendron Hosebono. I am falling out of love of this plant because I'm not enjoying the way it is growing. It takes up a lot of space that I don't have, so I have to think of that. Monstera Peru, growing super tall. And then this is my Monstera Esqueleto, also growing tall. I have chopped it once. And then this is my money plant, I don't know. And then my Alocasia Ivory Coast. I love this plant. It has somewhat silvery leaves with some dark undersides. So pretty and very easy care. I also find that it doesn't like a lot of light, and it has pink stems. So cute. Okay, for shelf we have this Syngonium Black Velvet, Black Fang, I'm not sure. Hoya Wyetii. I have cut this plant so many times, that's why it's looking too small. This here, of all the time that I have owned it, I have been calling it a Philodendron Spiritus Sancti, which someone had corrected me. This is a Meyano Lelano, something like that, Philodendron. I don't know. It also takes up a lot of space. It is loby and is giving me a new leaf there. On the back I have a Hoya, what are you? A Hoya Rosita that is already getting bushy and full. This here is my cutting of Philodendron Strawberry Shake that reverted. A Hoya Parasitica Splush. This is my Hoya Freckles. This one's so cute. It is giving me so much new growth. My Philodendron Ring of Fire. A Philodendron, no, that's a Hoya Tricolor. I don't know if this is really a tricolor. It looks like a Crimson Princess to me. It is very bright and very variegated. This here is my Hoya Latifolia Sarawak that has new leaf coming in there, very cute. Hoya Pubic Helix Hawaiian Purple, going crazy. It is in a small trellis, but it seemed to be okay. This is my String of Turtles. This one was given to me, and she seemed to be doing well now. A Hoya Crinkle 8. A Pink Princess that finally is giving me some beautiful leaves. This is my Peperomia Frost. And then my Hoya Calistophylla. A Red Vein Maranta. Flowering. I have a Alocasia brancifolia. This one is pretty when it's mature. This one is my Maranta Silver Band, also flowering here. This was a freebie when I bought something from someone on Marketplace. I think it is a philodendron, but I'm not sure what type. Looks like a Prince of Orange or something. That is my painted lady philodendron. And then this one is looking like a painted lady, but I know it's not a painted lady. It was a different one. I can't remember. My Hoya Bella. I also have chopped this plant many times, and it is flowering. So cute. This is my Lemon Lime Maranta. Also has tons of flowers, tiny dainty flowers. This is a peperomia that is sort of new to me. This is a peperomia teardrop. I just love the color of this leaves. It's like silvery with some splash of green somewhere. So yeah, pretty. This is a peperomia angulata, puculata, something. Hoya wyatii variegated. So cute. I am at a point now where I sort of like smaller plants. Hoya linearis, very easy plant and growing constantly. I have a cutting of this that is rooting. That is a white princess too, white wizard, white knight, I'm not sure. This is my Hoya compacta, also growing wild. I have maybe 6 vines on the pot, not sure. Hoya crimson queen, also growing crazy. Down here I have a Hoya australis that is also very pretty. A variegated Maranta Leucanora kerchuviana. What are you? That is a begonia white ice. This one is a very fast growing begonia. I got this one as a tiny plant and now it is like huge. This here is my Hoya ovovata splash, also growing some tendrils here on the cabinet. My Hoya my philodendron squamiferum is just very chill. It's growing all the time. These are just my propagations, so let's just ignore that. And then here I have my Alocasia nebula. This one is so pretty. It has this very textured dark cardboardy leaves and the stem has some freckles. This is my Alocasia frydek, my Alocasia frydek variegated with some non-variegated leaves as well. That is my favorite leaf there. I mean, it's okay. It doesn't need to be all variegated. I love it as it is. And then here is my Alocasia heterophylla corazon, which is also exploding with new growth. Look at that. It has so much babies. I think there's 4 babies coming out. And the white stuff that you see on the top of the leaves are diatomaceous earth. See, there's a lot of babies in there. Looking nice. And here is my Alocasia poly, just your regular Alocasia poly. So that is that. And then the last one here is an Alocasia Maharani that is looking very sad. By the door here, I only have 2 plants. This is my Mona Lisa lipstick plant. I find that this doesn't need a lot of light. I used to have this hanging by the window and then the leaves were just browning. I think it was too much sun. So I put it here and it seemed to be doing very well. It is growing, although the leaves are not as big and chunky I think I'm just happy that it is growing. And I have here a cactus, and if you can see, it has grown quite a few in my care. Like this one has grown from this to here, and from this to here, and then that one on the back have grown from there. So it is slow growing for sure, but it is also a very low maintenance plant, so I guess I can't complain. Out here on the yard, I also have a few plants. I have here my cactus. I think this is the fern leaf cactus. It has not been doing very well inside, so I put it out here, and it seemed to be growing. And it also has some burning, of course, it is too hot. I also have my ficus over here, my fiddle leaf fig, and my shiveriana. They need water for sure. I have here my cactus. This is my variegated cactus. It has some growth there. And this one is my croton that hated it so much out here, but we're just leaving it to be. I have some plants hidden here. This is, ouch, I got poked by that pine tree. So this one here is my Dracena, I think, lemon lime. I have here, this one is, it's hard to see. Oh, it's rooted, I can't even pull it out. This is a, what is this one here? Philodendron bipenifolium, I think. I have my snake plant, moonlight, something. And then I have here my Triastor. I have my other variegated Maranta. And then I have a Thai constellation hiding there. I have another one of that, is it golden dragon or bipenifolium? I'm not sure. Trifasciata snake plant. This is doing very well here. That is my caramel, chocolate caramel philodendron. And then I have the ficus triangularis variegated, super pretty. And I have my Wilfin sansevieria. I have the red emerald philodendron. I have an aglaonema back there. I have my philodendron Rio. And I don't know if I could see, but I couldn't seem to find it. But I have a Syndapsus on the bottom there. Up here I have most of my anthuriums. So this is an anthurium Carla cross with Wonder Boy. It has huge leaves. This used to be on the top of the cabinet there, but I think it didn't like too much light because it was burning there. Also, it had some spider mites, like this leaf when it was coming out. Looking rough, but yeah. This here is my Anthurium magnificum. This one is a huge plant, and it is a prolific grower. It has tons of leaves there. And this plant, I'm telling you, is huge. Like there. Very pretty. That is my Monstera deliciosa. Some propagations on the top. This one here, actually let me open it. My Monstera stanleyana. This one is my Monstera stanleyana. This here is my Manjula pothos. a philodendron SP Columbia, a Scindapsus jade satin aurea. This is a very pretty plant. And then the Alocasia dragon's breath. So yeah, I only have a few plants in here. And then on the top here I have, okay, I don't know, this is my ZZ plant that has some yellowing leaves. Here is my Peperomia incana. This one is a very easy care plant, doesn't need a lot from me. That is my regular green ZZ. This here is my Alocasia pink princess, pink dragon, I'm not sure. It has huge leaves. And then I also have here, oh, it's so backlit. I also have here my Alocasia zebrina that has been devoured by spider mite, but I think we're out of it now. This is the newest leaf. And it also has so much babies on the bottom. So yeah, proud of this plant. This one is my sable blue that is struggling. I don't know, I can't seem to figure out sable blue. This is my Hoya melliflua. Very pretty. It has thick leaves. And then this is Hoya, what are you? That is a Hoya vitellinoides, and then the Hoya acuta mother plant. And then the anthuriums. This is the last planty space that I have. So I have the Anthurium silver blush, getting huge with the round silvery leaves. Anthurium crystallinum there, that is the very first plant I have, or the very first Anthurium. This one looks like a magnificum as well, or maybe it's a cross, I don't know. That is my Anthurium clarinervium, also has been devoured by spider mite at some point. But yeah, I'm just trying my best here. This is my Anthurium luxurians cross radicans. This is my favorite plant. The new leaf also has been devoured by something, but that's alright. This is, oh, okay, this is an Anthurium Carla cross Wonder Boy, so maybe I'm wrong about this plant here. Actually, this is supposed to have a tag. Let me see. Okay, actually no, this is a crystallinum cross with papillilaminum. That's why. Alright, so let's go back here. So this is the Anthurium Carla cross with Wonder Boy. This has huge leaves as well. And then that on the back. Okay. This one here is my Anthurium papillilaminum. I love the shape of these leaves. And yeah, fast grower, very easy care, this plant. So yeah. And then here I have my Vitarifolium. This is my Wendlingeri. This is a Delta variant, Anthurium Delta variant. This is a silver crystallinum hope. That is a papillilaminum cross with red stem. This one I also love because of the lobe ears and the pink something on the sinus there. And then on the back I have a Forgetii. I already showed you one earlier. And then this one here, what is this one? This is a crystallinum magnificum silver. I'm not sure if it is correct. And then this one here, this I am not sure of the ID, but it's like a compact anthurium with some darker leaves, and it's velvety. So if you guys know what this is, let me know. And then here is a no ID anthurium, and then that on the back there is a anthurium crystal sky, pretty too with huge leaves. Then this one here is a Wendlandii, I don't know. And then a Papillilaminum cross magnificum. And then here is, I think, another Papillilaminum hybrid. Okay, no, this is King of Spade cross Forgetii. So pretty. And then that is my King of Spades cross with red crystallinum. So pretty also with the Venetians and all. So yeah, these are all my anthuriums. Alright friends, I didn't get to film the outro for this video, so I'm just giving you an overview of this anthurium whatever cabinets here. And yeah, I hope you guys have a lovely day, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.